This is the headnote reading from Chapter 2, Berry, Fruit, and Vegetable Ice Cream, from Rose's Ice Cream Bliss. Pumpkin ice cream. I tasted pumpkin ice cream for the first time at an ice cream stand in Belvedere, New Jersey, near where we live. It was love at first look. So I created this version based on my pumpkin pie, in which I cook the pumpkin puree with the brown sugar and spices and then process it to make it silky smooth and creamy when frozen. Pumpkin is a tricky ingredient because without sugar, the flavor is not pleasant. It needs just the right balance of sugar and spice without overriding the pumpkin flavor. This ice cream is dense, earthy, and just a little spicy. Mango. Oh, that's such a wonderful ice cream. The tropical, bright, and luscious flavor of mango makes for a terrific ice cream. Canned mango pulp from India has far more flavor than the fresh mangoes available in the U.S. It is well worth seeking out the best mango pulp, such as the Ratna brand, which is made from the Alfonso mango, often referred to in India as the king of mangoes. The pulp is very smooth and contains sugar, but because the mango's high water content, because of it, I use a cornstarch slurry to ensure that there is not even the slightest iciness. This ice cream deserves the best of everything, and it also makes a marvelous mango lassi garnish in the lassi and also on the top. You'll see in the photo. Pineapple ice cream, another of my favorites. Here's the picture of it. This creamy tropical ice cream has a pleasing, slightly crunchy texture from the fibers of the pineapple. It is a labor of love that entails steeping fresh pineapple in a hot sugar syrup and then concentrating some of the syrup for amazing flavor. To take it really over the top, you can then make a beautifully clear, tangy pineapple caramel sauce from the poaching syrup, which is good with all other types of fruits as well, by the way. Already several people have posted that they've made this recipe and love it, so I guess there's a lot of people who will agree to a labor of love, especially for ice cream. Thornberry ice creams. This family of berries makes some of the most flavorful, lilting, creamy, and colorful of all ice creams. See what I mean? They have the biggest overrun, which is the increase in volume when churned, about 38%, of all my ice creams, and are very scoopable, even when frozen at -7 degrees Fahrenheit, -22 degrees Celsius. All this makes the somewhat labor-intensive process of removing the seeds and reducing the juices well worth the effort. I love all Thornberry ice creams, but I favor the flavor of black raspberry most of all. It also has the largest overrun, as much as 50%. I call it my silver lining recipe because for years I have picked black raspberries every July from the back road, and in 2017 I cracked a tooth on one of the hard, angular seeds. They are the hardest seeds of any thornberry. Rather than continuing to risk eating the berries straight off the bush, I was inspired to turn them into ice cream. Black raspberries can be found fresh at farmers markets and also frozen online, and we have now planted our own garden of black raspberry bushes, tons of them. Blackberries are the least sweet of the three berries listed here. Black raspberries a little sweeter and raspberries sweeter still. I add sugar to equal about half the volume of the blackberry puree and a little less for the other berries, but it is easier to determine the exact amount by the percentage listed in the chart. Also, since the sweetness varies slightly from batch to batch, I recommend you taste the completed berry custard before churning and add a little more sugar if needed to taste. It should be slightly sweeter than desired because it will seem a little less sweet once frozen.